Hi, everybody.
Let's see, we have Norma and KK and Leather and Debbie. So, welcome in, y'all. I am going to put me down and let Janie do her thing with y'all.
All
Enjoy.
right. It's not going to be long, everybody. I just did this one here. I don't know if you can see it.
I love the little squares, and it's an armrest cover.
It's an armrest. I still got one more I got to finish up. I got to put the binding on it, but it's already done. And it's black on or blue on the backside. Just straight line stitching. And
Hold it a little,
it's got the zigzags on the front here.
hold it a little closer to the camera. There, that way they get a good look. And if you're on a big screen TV, you really get an awesome look at it, and it's gorgeous.
So I got that. That's one of the ones that I did. And this one here is the Star Wars quilt that I did my husband. And it measures 72 long by 52 wide.
It's nice size. Leather says cool.
So, and
Debbie
then,
says
it's
really
got, I'll
nice.
flip it over. It's got the Star Wars backing, and it's got the Star Wars emblem. Let me see if
Quilted
I can
into it.
quilt. Yeah.
Yeah.
My lighting's not good.
Leather says, wow, nice.
So it's got the black and then the Star Wars patterned on the front.
That is
But
so cool.
I did this one for my husband, so this stays in his man cave with the one armrest right now until I get the other one done.
Well, everyone knows that Janie is a semi truck driver. Her and her husband drive teams. So Janie doesn't get a lot of time to craft, but when she does, she really does an amazing job.
So that's one. This was my very first quilt. It was called a Clara pattern, and I used all the um, Pioneer Woman fabric.
Oh, awesome.
And this one here is 56 long and 55 wide.
Those are nice size.
So this was my very first quilt that I ever made when I started quilting.
I know,
And then
right? Wow.
here's the back of it.
That is
Got
so
the
pretty.
It's got light blue on it, and it's got like paisley design on it. So that was my very first quilt.
Told you she does an amazing job, y'all. And that yellow's gorgeous.
That's my sunflower quilt. That one, um, if anybody is interested, I'll give you the measurements here in a second. The sunflower quilt is 76 long and 57 wide.
Wow. Norma says beautiful. Leather says, I have a big box of quilt patterns. I might give it a try, maybe. So you have encouraged somebody and inspired.
And this one here, I'm gonna have it up. I have it up for sale if anybody's interested. But this size here, being at 70, I have a queen size bed, and you can see it fits as a topper on my bed, so it's gonna fit a full size bed with no problem.
Right.
But I did this one. It's got the yellow backing
Isn't
on
that
it, and it's got the sunflower design on it.
that's quilted into it,
That's
correct?
quilted into it. So it's nothing but sunflowers.
That is
You can't
beautiful.
you can't see because it's. Let me see if I can get one in here. It's sunflower quilted. But if anybody's interested in this one, I'm willing to sell it.
Well, how about after you get done, um, we'll stay on and you can drop the link for your email
Yeah,
and they can contact you about pricing and if they're interested and make arrangements.
yeah. And it took me uh a month and a half to do the sunflower quilt. And that was just doing it on the weekends and when I wasn't busy
Right.
doing other things.
KK says, I'm not looking. I seen them last night.
This is my purple quilt that I made,
Leather
and this
heart
one
blue, the blue
is
purple.
78 long and 60 wide. So it fits my queen size bed with no problem.
Yeah, that's
This
gorgeous.
one this one's bigger, and it's got the purple background, and it's got the swirlies on it.
Oh, cool.
So this one's a queen, basically a queen size one because it fits my bed.
Oh, that purple's gorgeous.
And I think this was my second one that I did.
Wow. You have been a busy little bee.
And then I have pictures of other quilts that I did. My cousin, I gave her one. It was a tie dye. And when we were down there, I forgot to ask her about it. And then a friend of mine, I'll show you this one. I didn't do this one. A friend of mine did. If y'all remember Spanky,
Yeah.
she did this one for me. And I'm going to pull it out.
Is that the one that kind of got you going?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this one is heavy. If I can get it laid out.
That is pretty.
This this one fits my bed because it's bigger because it hangs on the sides.
Well, it was made for your bed, so,
Yeah.
you know. And I love the pinks in it.
Yeah, I told her because I told her I wanted it for my big truck, which I only needed a twin.
Well,
Well, when they made it extra. So I mean, it hangs off the bottom of my bed.
more
And
rain.
this one has the pink fatigue, and it's got hearts in it. It's embedded in hearts. You can see it in the black.
KK says that is sharp looking, and it is.
Yeah, this one was made for me. And I told her I wanted it, just a twin size. But when they got everything made, everybody that did quilting picked out blocks. So this was made by everybody in the quilting community.
That is so cool. They kind of had a quilting bee going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, let's pick out colors, or pick out blocks." And so they did. I'm gonna flip my camera around real quick.
Okay.
I gotta figure out how to do it again.
Norma says that is so nice. And don't forget, Janie's going to put her email link in the chat. So if anyone is interested in buying one of her quilts, you can contact her personally.
Yes. Okay.
You're
Camera. Oh,
going to get to see the she shed.
yeah. I'm trying to. All right. I guess I can't figure out how to do it again. So I hope I don't get y'all dizzy.
You'll be fine. Everyone was interested in the she shed.
Well, I'm walking out there, my RV, and across from my RV is my she shed.
KK says she opened the fabric box and uploaded a video. Awesome.
That's
Well, go watch.
cool.
You'll have to drop the link in here, KK, so we
All
can go
right.
over and
This
check.
is the entry. And like I said, it's still in working progress to get rid of a lot of my craft supplies. I mean, because I have all of this right here I got to go through. This,
Janie was doing resin and other crafts, and she switched over to her fabric.
yeah. And then you, I've got my little stand right here that I'm working on. These blocks down here. Here, I'll pull one block out. It's black on one side.
And it's
And
the buffalo check. I love that.
yeah, this is going to be my rag quilt that I'm working on. Because I had already put X's in all of them.
Oh, KK says, no way. I just showed it cut open.
But yeah, my husband, I had a bookshelf in here and I had my sewing table right here on this wall underneath my AC. But he built me shelves, so I have all my fabric up there.
Isn't that beautiful, you guys? All that fabric, like a rainbow.
And then the bottom shelf, my camera's backwards, so
It's okay. You're
I've
doing
got I got 5-inch charms, 2 buckets. I got 1, 2, 3 totes, tubs full of fat quarters. And then I have bandanas right here that I'm gonna make a quilt out of.
that one's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's I mean cool colors.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then all my fabric is lined up at the top.
that is so neat.
And then my sewing table right here. I went to Walmart in Texarkana and got me some more flannel. It's a flannel, so and this is a 3 yards.
Oh, wow.
So I got to work on that. And I'm going to show you this area over here, but it's total disaster. I got boxes down here. I got bags. I got to mail out. Oh, and here is my very first attempt at a rag quilt. I'm gonna pull it out.
Okay.
It's not finished. And I could turn my light on this one.
Oh, that's cool. I like the check.
And this is all made out of this right here is just plain old cotton fabric.
Wow.
And like I said, it's my attempt one, but you can see my threads when I did it. It's all was all messed up.
Hey, we all have to start somewhere.
Yep. So yeah, I have all of that, and then I have a quilting frame right here. So once I get all of this area cleaned up, boxes and all of this and stuff down here on the floor, I get to set up my quilting frame.
That's going to be a job.
So I have it's a baby quilting frame. It's called a mini quilting frame.
Awesome.
So I can do my, start doing my quilting.
Right. We won't be sending them off. That's another thing y'all got to take into consideration. Once she builds the quilt, she has to send it off to have it quilted right now until she gets her quilting frame up, and that costs her money as well.
Yes. Okay, I'm back. I found out. But
Yep.
yeah, this is my little she shed.
KK says sewing machines are fickle. Yes, they are. And Leather says,
This
"Oh, do
this
you,
one that I have in here, my brother's sewing machine. Let me see if I can change it back around. I figured out how to do it.
Or Debbie says, I made a queen size quilt last year where I cross stitched the panels. I have it on my channel if you would like to see it. Yes.
Okay. But this sewing machine right here is my brother's. It's a 3774. I've had it for 10 years and never used it until this last year when I started quilting. So
Well,
this is my first sewing machine that I've that I've had.
right.
So I have it covered because I'm not out here.
Yeah. Well, keep the dust off of it. And
Yeah. And I have a thread, I have a box. This box right here is nothing but thread, big
okay.
spools, and two bobbin cases. So this is where I keep all my thread, my big thread.
Okay.
So that way the sun doesn't do anything
Yeah, they
to
don't
it.
get unbleached.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it can also dry rot them.
Yep. But this is my she shed, and I got a little sign for my she shed too.
Edna just came in.
Look.
Aw, so cute.
So that's underneath my window. But yeah, this is my little 8x8 she shed.
There's the link for Debbie's video of the quilt she made last year.
Okay.
She dropped that link. And like I said, Janie will be dropping her email address here in chat. So y'all are more than welcome to email her to get a
Email me or messenger me.
private message, or if you're friends on Facebook, go for it.
Yeah. You can private you can message me on Messenger, but y'all understand that if you're inquire, if we'll talk if anybody's interested in the sunflower quilt, the purple quilt. My first quilt my husband wants me to keep, but I'm willing to let it go. So
So,
I have three quilts that I'm willing to let go.
awesome. You've done a
My
great.
very first quilt that I ever done. So whoever gets it,
Be proud of it. Oh, we're back up. I wanted this way. There we go. So,
but that's all I have. Oh, let me put in. I can get in the chat right now
okay.
and join chat. Hopefully to connect.
Edna says, I can watch the replay of what I missed.
Sign in. It's
And
trying to
yes,
give me.
first quilt would be a very special thing to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do it right now. Is there a way you can put it in there for me?
You can give it to me and I'll type it in.
It's
Uh,
JRENTERIA 6970 at gmail.com. Or you can just, message me on Messenger. It should be, the icon, Weekend Sewer.
okay. Norma says you're very talented, Janie.
Thank you, Norma.
And there is Janie's email.
Yes, Facebook. It will be the icon. Let me turn my camera off. It says Weekend Sewer. and it'll say Trucker Janie.
Yep.
So you can just look me up on Messenger, and it'll have the the icon that's on there now, if you can see it.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I appreciate you coming in and showing your quilts, Janie. It was very nice to see them, and they are beautiful. You've
Thank
done
you.
a job.
But now y'all see what I'm doing. Hey, before I get off here, I can take you in. I even got a sewing machine. My husband got me one from our anniversary.
Which is tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
Yep. 10 years tomorrow. Congratulations.
Okay, I gotta figure out how to do this. Oh, more settings, camera, back camera, done. Oh, okay. Now I gotta go back.
Lisa says those are beautiful. Norma
There.
says thank you for sharing with us.
Excuse my TV. This is he got me a little table right here. It's a rolling cart,
Nice.
and I've got a little bit of sewing stuff there. This is the sewing machine he just got me.
And let's see.
It's
Uh,
it's a
Leather
brother's.
says any
Yeah.
ballpark price so I know for the future.
What's that?
A ballpark price on your quilts so she will know for the future.
Okay. It all depends on the size.
Well, that and your fabric,
Yeah.
you know.
Let me
So
turn.
it's
I'm gonna turn
really
my
hard
camera.
to, before it's done and you know how much time and what your
Yeah.
cost of your fabric was and quilting, it's hard to really give a ballpark price.
Yeah. Um. Well, with the quilting, me doing the quilt. Um. Me doing the quilt top, and the batting and the backing, and sending it off to
Have
my
it
quilter. Um. The purple one. Say the purple one is the largest one I have for a queen size. That one would probably run about $800. Estimate.
yeah. Quilts are not cheap.
No, that that pink one that I had made, that quilt, I end up paying for it, and you will be shocked how much I paid for that pink quilt.
Norma says no, they're not cheap.
I paid $1,100
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
because the time it took, the blocks and stuff like that. So it all depends on the pattern that I use. I mean, I've got a big book of patterns,
right. Well,
and
I used to live up by Amish country, and 30 years ago, quilts were running $400 or $500.
exactly,
For a good quilt.
yeah. And if there is a quilt, I have patterns and stuff. I mean, I have a 3-inch binder. I'm gonna pull it down.
Well, Leather says, okay, so I know, and I can start to save up. May take a while,
Yes,
but she
I have
understands
a
pricing.
I have a 3-inch binder full of patterns.
Norma has a quilt from the 1900s that
So
her
I mean,
great grandmother made.
yeah, I have patterns, and if there's a certain fabric color and stuff like that, you could message me, or we can Facebook Messenger
Right.
video to see
Leather,
what kind of fabrics that you want, what colors. It all depends The
11,
colors.
a
The
king size up by her would probably go close to 1,000 minimum.
yeah,
Yeah, I understand that. Quilting, like I said, it's beautiful and it's not a cheap thing to get into.
no, it's not.
It's extremely time consuming, but their patterns are beautiful. So,
yeah,
and she says, and then if it's a hand stitched, it will go from 2 to 3,000. Yes. Yeah.
yes, yep,
Because the, they have to be stitched so tiny and
yep.
so,
The hand stitching. Yeah,
yeah.
I do. My hands will not be able to do it. I mean, honestly, doing a rotary cutter, cutting fabric a lot, my hand cramps up.
Oh, yeah. You'll end up with carpal tunnel. So, well,
So,
I'm glad y'all got to see Janie's quilts.
and
Like,
thank you for coming in and seeing everything.
yeah. Are we done? I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are. Y'all have a good evening.
All right. I will see y'all over at KK's Bingo at 6 p.m. this evening. And y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.